America's is right.
America's.
What up to all our Brazilian friends and our Mexican friends?
Guess what somebody told me? That, oh, Jay will love this.
Oh,
He will
Lord.
totally love this. Guess what somebody told me? A Canadian told me this weekend.
What?
But they are not mean to me anymore because they know that I'm engaged to Jay and that I'm going to have dual citizenship. So then I'm going to be part Canadians as well.
Yes.
So they said, do you know what the United States is to Canada? So I ask you, do you know what the United States is to Canada?
No.
It is what Mexico is to the United States, was his answer.
Okay.
Just think about that for a minute.
The bottom. Oh. Got it.
Okay. Jay got that right away. He's Canadian.
Well, hey, you know, what are you going to do?
I don't know. But here we are.
Here we are, live at Urban Mo's on Thursday, our favorite day of the week. You know, it's Dorian's birthday, and Dorian's not here today.
So rude.
So we don't even get to do a birthday shot with him. Oh well. Sucks to be him.
I'd rather spank him.
Well, I'm so glad that I didn't bring my little birthday gift card that I had for him.
I would spank him.
Well, I know you would. Spank that little tushy.
Because he is spankable.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
I asked him how old he was today, and he's young.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm like, ooh.
Everyone is young.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Yes.
Welcome back. You had a fabulous weekend at the rodeo in Palm Springs.
Yes, I did. Well, really in Banning, where all the fires were.
That's right.
There were a lot of fires.
You were rushing out there after we left the show last week.
I did. I love driving at 9.
What'd you do Thursday night when you got out there?
I got on my couch.
Got on your couch. Yes.
I swear, it's one of the things that I look forward to when I go out there. When I walk in the door, I go, hello.
Hello.
And I know it says, thank God you're back. Yeah, it was very good.
Did Ophelia make an appearance anywhere this weekend?
Ophelia went out on Saturday night.
On Saturday night?
Yes.
And where did you go Saturday?
I did the Spur Line, to the dance. They wrote the dance. They did a dance in the parking lot of Spur Line. They closed the...
Oh, sweet. Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Right in arenas there. So it was really good. It was probably one of the best rodeo dances I've been to in a while.
Oh, love it.
Very fun. Packed. It was very, very fun. And somebody came up, and it was very interesting. I had a very interesting weekend, let me tell you. So, you know, this was the first year in 5 years.
Yeah.
5-ish. Maybe 6, but at least 5 years.
Okay.
It actually could be longer, to be honest with you. It could be 6. It doesn't matter. That I haven't had to go to a rodeo and drag.
Right, you know, because you have been some title or royalty.
Titles and royalty,
right.
Yada yada yada. So I've had to go and drag for about 6 years. So this was the first year I didn't have to. Oh my God, I almost didn't know what to wear. Because I was like, oh, you know, I didn't have to get up at like 5 o'clock in the morning and start getting ready. Right. And then be in drag like all day and all night, and you know what I'm saying?
T-shirt, cowboy hat, boots.
I didn't wear a t-shirt. I wore one of my cute shirts and my jeans, and I wore some boots and my hat.
Like a cute shirt, like a button-up, little plaid, westerny shirt, or
well, it wasn't plaid, but it was a westerny shirt. Okay. I wore one of the GSGRA shirts. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, do you have one of them fancy ones where you have your little...
I do.
With all the...
I do.
Flair?
I do. I do.
How much flair do you have?
I have a lot. I don't have a flary.
Okay.
No, not a lot of flair.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what I did.
So when you go to a rodeo, even though you're previous royalty or whatever, yes. Do you have to wear like a sash or anything? No.
So it was great. I really actually, I actually got to sit and watch some stuff this year, which was very good. I helped out. I sold tickets and for alcoholic beverages. I don't know why they think that I would,
hello,
be near the bar. And I got all of the ribbons ready for, all of the winners of the rodeo. I got all of that ready.
Sweet.
I did all sorts of little things. I took media, press people on little tours behind, like it's supposed to do contestants, the animals.
So when they're doing the interviews, they're going to quote you as...
They'll probably quote me as my boy.
As your brother.
Yeah, my alter ego. Yeah, that's probably what they'll do. But it was fun. It was a great weekend. The dance was great. Jay came up on Friday night.
Producer Jay did, yes.
And we went to the tool shed and saw Big Dick Rick.
Love it.
And that was very fun.
And apparently very packed.
Crowded, crazy mad.
Did you find someone to blow cigar smoke in your face?
Of course I did. Don't be silly.
Why does it smell like fried chicken all of a sudden?
I don't know. They're cooking. Yeah. Whew. It was very, yeah, I did. On both Friday and Saturday night.
Was there like a mega line to get in? Everybody? Like how many people were there for the rodeo?
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe 1,500? 2,000?
No, probably not that many.
Oh, okay.
Probably a couple hundred total. But like the contestants and come and watch it and stuff. Yeah, it was very good.
What is your favorite rodeo event?
Ooh, that's a toss-up. That's a toss-up. I really like barrel racing, and I like flag racing. I like most of the horse events.
And they do...
Because I'm a horse person.
Right.
So I like those.
And with the rodeo, they do some of the standard rodeo events, but they also have some camp events.
Yeah, so the camp events would be a steer duck go, where they put a ribbon on the steer's tail, camp drag, goat dressing, and drag race.
And drag race, got it.
Yeah. I guess steer duck go really isn't a camp event.
And it
is semi-camp.
The one that you used to...
Barrel racing.
Barrel racing, yes.
Yes.
And that's the one when that photo that you have on your Facebook page where
Dusty broke his reins.
Yes. Okay.
Where I was almost killed. Barrel racing is where there's 3 barrels in the arena, and you've got to do basically a 3-leaf clover design.
Okay.
So you race in, you can go, you go around one, then you go around the opposite, then you go around the end, and you race back.
Okay.
Flag racing is when you go in, there's 2 barrels and a pole, and you run by the one barrel, and you grab a flag out of a bucket, you run around the pole, and as fast as you can, you're trying to dump the flag into the other pole.
Okay.
Here comes Cutie Patootie.
Oh, yes, Cutie Patootie.
And I just want to say that he is being very bad today.
Uh-oh.
Yes, and do you know why?
Why?
Because he's showing a lot of personality.
Oh, well. And on that note.
Just saying, I love it. He's so cute.
He is cute.
I know. He's like, oh my God, my grandmother was just looking at me.
His grandmother probably watches the show.
Yeah, I know, probably. Anyway, so yeah, it was good. I had a good time. And so at the dance, I'm not going to give you a lot of details because, well, I just don't feel like it. But I got involved in a conversation with somebody who asked if I would give up drag in order to date.
To which I know exactly what you replied.
Oh, what do you think I replied?
I think that you replied, hell no.
No, I didn't quite reply like that.
It was no.
It was no. Of course it was no. But
right. Hell no.
Yeah. I thought it was interesting. I thought it was...
What did the conversation stem from? Why was it brought up? Was he interested? Possibly, maybe.
I said I was going to give you a lot of details.
Okay, well at least tell me this.
I'm just saying that this certain individual was not happy that I came out on Saturday Night in Drag, that he thought it was a drag-free weekend, and then proceeded to have a conversation about would I give up drag to date.
Okay, so let me ask this. Did you know this person before?
That's all I'm telling you.
Okay.
So it's very...
So noted.
It was a lovely conversation.
Lovely. Damn you.
Then what was very funny, so all weekend, I either got, which I found very interesting, I either got people that were irked because I was not in drag, you know, like at the rodeo and, you know,
Right.
on Friday night. Where's Ophelia? Yeah, they're like, where's Ophelia? I'm like, shopping, I don't know.
At breakfast, bitch.
Yeah, she's resting on the couch. So, and then I got the other, you know, not as many. You know, there was far more people that wanted to see Ophelia, which I don't know what that means, but then, you know. But then there was a whole slew of people that were like, you know, I can't believe you brought drag. Why did you bring drag?
Why did you come out in drag?
Yeah, you don't need to bring drag. Can't you have a drag-free weekend?
God.
So
Can't please anybody, can you?
I can't.
Fuck.
It's a problem. I try and try and try. Yeah, so it was interesting. It was a fun.
Well, I'm glad you guys
fun,
had fun.
you know.
I heard producer Jay did tell us that you guys had a lot of fun. So
We did. I had producer Jay. So I was telling you guys outside. So it was very funny because you know we've talked about this before about you know like when I date someone that they will come and tell me you know. So Friday night when we were at the tool shed, I was a boy, and I you know had my cowboy hat and you know all that stuff on and. Between Monday when I got back and today, there are like 3 or 4 people that came up to me and they're like, "Oh, did you know that Jay was at the tool shed on Friday night?" I'm like, "No, really?" "Yes, he was. We saw him talking to this guy with a cowboy hat." I'm like, "Oh, was he cute?" Because it was me.
of course.
Thank God they didn't say no, he was
Thinking
ugly.
they're tattling on him.
Yeah, they totally thought they were tattling on him.
God.
I thought it was great.
That's when you're like, bitches, really?
No, I didn't say anything. No, I'm not going to say anything because I don't want my sources to dry up.
Well, that's true, and you also want to be able to extract further secrets from them when they don't know that you're around.
Exactly. Yeah, so I love that.
We know Jay.
That you know, Jay, you cannot. Oh, it's 5 o'clock.
Oh.
You can't get away with shit, okay? Just
Happy birthday, Dorian, even though you're not here.
Ooh, that's my favorite one. Speaking of birthdays, last week was Jeff Fest's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Jeff.
And I forgot to say it.
Oh, shit. You should have to sing it right now.
I'm not singing.
Happy birthday to you.
And I even talked to him, you know, like, so, I mean, I had talked to him already. We had FaceTimes and all that. So it's whatever. And it was Joey's birthday, Tuesday.
It was Producer Joey's birthday. He was
on Wednesday.
Very excited to have his little birthday at
the
Dream Girls.
Well, this was the 11th year that they've celebrated here. It was good.
Did you come for Dream Girls?
I did not come out last
I do miss Producer Joey. We've texted a couple of times saying we need to meet up for drinks, and it just never happens. Our schedules
I see him all the time.
I don't get to see him as much.
Well, you should start coming. You know, we try to get together every Tuesday night. Oh, but you're busy.
Can I come after 10? Or are you already home by then?
Yeah, we're usually heading home
exactly
right around then. Well, we meet like between 9 and 9:30, so probably, I mean, we got a Taco Tuesday every.
Oh yes, I see you guys check in.
Yeah.
And what's your favorite place you go to? What's it called?
We go to Cafe Coyote.
Cafe Coyote.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's where we go. $2 tacos. You know, you get $2 tacos and chips and guac and a margarita.
You don't ever go over to Tostada Tuesdays at Betty's? $2 tostadas? Oh.
No, we've had this conversation. I spend more time out of the hood than in the hood.
Right.
So.
Well, I'm just saying for me,
reminds me,
I could totally meet you over there.
We're gonna read this later because it was very good.
Yes, we will read that later. We have a ton of stuff to go through today.
Oh my God.
Because remember what you did last week?
Yes.
You put a little status update on Facebook.
Yes, it was very popular.
Asking for
hugely successful.
Yes. So I took lead. I copied you, and I got the same thing. So there are a ton of things that people want to talk about. We'll go through them.
Well, then did you do anything fun and exciting?
I did go to Bear Night, yes, on Saturday. It was very, very fun. We always go over
Where was it at?
At Numbers.
Okay.
We always go to, it's kind of ritual now, a friend of ours, Tom, big hunky, delicious Tom.
Oh, can I tell you, he post a picture on Facebook of one of his old Grindr photos, or his old, I don't know if it was Grindr, maybe it was Adam for Adam photo. He posted it on Facebook last week, I think.
Did he? Oh, I don't remember seeing it.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
So, see, I do get on Facebook. So, he posted a photo, and it looked really good, you know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
And it was like one of those, looks. So, so I made a comment to it. So then later he laughed at it. I said that photo made me want to touch myself inappropriately.
Well, Tom makes many people want to touch themselves inappropriately.
Well, you should see that photo. It's very cute. And the comments, and several people commented. They're like, I think that's how we met.
I'm gonna have to go back and see it because I did not see that one.
It's cute. So you went to his house.
Yeah, so we go to his house, and he always has a pre-bear night cocktail thingamajig that started a couple of months ago that was maybe 8 people and has now grown to about 30 people that go in his little apartment, which is about 2 or 3 blocks from Numbers, but it's down the hill.
Oh, so you got to walk up the hill to get there?
Well, not just that. So we love Doug, our friend Doug came. So Doug came, and he was there, and unfortunately, with the parking situation over in the streets and everything. So literally, where he lives, it's like getting anywhere is being in San Francisco. You have to go uphill or downhill somewhere. Right. Well, Doug was there, and we had to, drunk after we had all been drinking, wheel Doug up to Numbers.
Poor Doug.
And seriously, it took 3 of us to do it.
Poor Doug. Is he all right?
And Doug was having the time of his life because it was me and Tom and Dave Rudenberg, and so we had like all of these 5 guys who were just wheeling up the
5 drunk guys.
Well, hey, whatever. He didn't mind. Because as soon as Doug gets into bear night, shirts off, he's on the dance floor having a good time,
He's a horny little devil.
He gets play. He gets more play than anybody I know. He gets more play than anybody I know. And it is like, you go, boy. Slutty. So that was fun, yes. We had a good time on Saturday night, and apparently everybody had a good time, so much to the point that they really couldn't go out on Sunday because they were still
hungover.
Fucking hungover.
I was hungover on Sunday too. I had Jack.
Well, that's that brown liquor, baby. And for us, it's the fucking shots. And I tell everybody I blame this on you. I blame it all on you. All of it on you. Fireball.
How could you blame it on me?
Fireball, we blame it all on you. Nobody would know about it if you didn't start doing them. Now everybody wants to do one, and not only one, they want to do 5 or 6.
Well, wait until they get experienced, and then they start putting Jaeger in them like I do. Because now I mix Jaeger and Fireball. Delicious.
Oh.
Jay tried to give me a shot on Friday, and I wouldn't even take it.
Because it didn't have Jaeger in it?
No, because I was driving. You know how I am. I don't drink and drive. No.
Well, especially when I'm in Palm Springs, they're not exactly nice about that there.
Oh, I don't think they're nice about it anywhere.
Well, but there are maybe a fewer people out driving that late at night than...
Well, that's true, but I do know all the back ways to get to the house.
That's true. That's true.
I
know the back ways to get to cabins.
Tourist. You know what I'm saying?
We drive through all the open fucking fields.
Yeah.
Well, and you got, 4-wheel drive, so you're all...
Yeah, I'm like, oh, here we go.
That's it.
Yeah, no. But I don't drink and drive, so...
As you shouldn't. I think Jay and Donald need to learn that, and perhaps
they will.
Perhaps you can give them a little tutorial one day.
They will. And when they do, when I hear my phone ringing, I'm going to be
and they're like, can you call King Solomon's bail bonds for me?
And I was going to be like, better to know them and not need them.
Right?
Than need him and not know him. We'll be taking a check for that.
Right. On that note, we should probably take a break.
I do love that.
And we will come back and talk about all of our topics. We'll be right back.
I I think Jay didn't think that we were listening to him.
Well, we totally were, and we're back.
Because he's like 5, 4, 5, 4, 3, 5.
No, he thought he was Janet Jackson with his fucking finger.
You know, we're professionals.
See, you know.
We can talk and we can listen.
Oh, speaking of, I'm gonna have to tell you about the dream that I had.
Oh, tell me. Was it about me?
You were in it, absolutely. It was.
Was I wearing something sexy?
No.
Oh.
It's probably more of an off-camera thing.
Why?
Just because I don't know that anybody would get the backstory about it, but it has a lot to do with the show and my former job and all the weird things that, I don't know. It was very weird. We'll talk about it later. We should get into this first because...
So, I was on Craigslist this morning.
Your favorite website.
It is. Because I enjoy reading Craigslist when I'm having my coffee in the morning. It's very stimulating. So, you know, because I go through, you know, I go through the men for him section to see who I know that's hooking up or trying to hook up, because that's always exciting.
Who hasn't been to bed from the night before.
Thank you. And then, you know, I go through the misconnections, because I love the misconnections. Those are the best.
And rants and raves.
And rants and raves. So this one got my thing because the headline was need advice. And when I say need advice, I'm like, Dr. O, here I am. I'm going to give you advice.
And Landers.
So I'm going to read this because it was very good and it got me thinking. It really did get me thinking.
Okay.
It says, need advice. Today is my birthday and I'm officially 30 years old today. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I've been having mixed feelings about being 30. I'm a decent looking guy, or so I am told. I work out, I'm well educated, I make a decent living, and yet for the past 12 years, since I've been out of high school, I have yet to have a real gay relationship. I used to date women and started being open about guys several years ago, and yet I have had, all that I have had is hookups, making out, and all the guys are serial daters. I'm realizing that I won't be young forever, and I ask myself what I want out of a romantic relationship and what I want out of my life. I am not drop dead gorgeous. I don't have a six-pack. I'm no oversized genitals. Or do I look like a Hugo Boss model? However, I am a human and I have needs. I need companionship, love, affection, security, peace of mind, and a sense of well-being. I would like someone who understands my culture, religious, and ethnic backgrounds. My family is from the Middle East, and I would like to have children. All of those things are nowhere to be found in the gay world. It doesn't get better. Life is hard as a gay man, and even harder when you are an ethnic minority in the gay community. I'm seriously consider giving up being gay altogether. Being gay can seem like non-stop party, and as long as you're young and good looking, I've noticed for all of the men that are hot, guys in their 20s and 30s, but not serial daters, and even the legally gay married ones in open relationship, having constant threesomes, going to orgy parties in Palm Springs, etc. That was not me, even though I was in Palm Springs. What kind of life is that? I would like to point out that Jay Turner just said Donald Franklin. All right.
Well, we know that's not true because he said 30.
Okay.
So.
Oh, because I want to watch her slice you. Slice. Gay life is all about sex and looks and is more cruel on anyone over the age of 40. Hallelujah. Even all of my gay friends who are around 40 or older spend all of their time hoping to hook up with young men in their 20s. 2 of my friends have glory holes in their basement where they service men sometimes 2 or 3 times a day.
Ooh,
what is left for men? What is left for a man who wants monogamous relationships with a man near his own age? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's difficult even to have gay friends at my age because they are all ready to dump their friendships for a chance at a night with the young man. I hate the ageism, the superficiality, the emptiness, the shallowness of the gay life. If I could take a pill, stop all the gay attraction, I would do it. Because no one wants a gay man over 40, not even other gay men. The other day, my cousin and her husband were having marriage problems, and there were 6 people from their religious center who went over to their house to talk to them about how it is to stay married, how it is sacred, and how everyone needs a support system. I sat in their house and I watched as everyone told them how they should have to stay married, support, and love each other. I've been called names, bullied, teased, and yet I never let that get to me. However, that night when I drove home from my cousin's house, for the first time I cried on the drive. You see, there is no gay community. There is no support system. No one would be there for me or encourage me and my spouse to stay together, have a family, support each other, etc. I'm getting older, and being gay has left me feeling broken and empty. I recently started talking to a therapy group about understanding masculinity and masculine identity. It has been helping me a lot. It is not gay therapy, but it has helped me understand that what I want out of life is indeed a man. I don't wish anything bad on anyone, and every time I hear about a gay teen suicide and such, it really breaks my heart. However, I am sick and tired of being alone, feeling isolated, superficial gay world. I'm sick of the meaningless hookups, worrying about the STDs, asshole gay men, etc., etc., etc. Hallelujah. I just think I don't want to be gay anymore. Please don't flag me or my post or anything, because I'm not some troll. Gay people always run around talking about equality. Well, tolerance goes both ways. Why can't they just accept the fact that a lot of us don't want the life that is a gay life, and deal with all of the baggage that comes with it? I used to date a woman, and for me, having a wife, children, and someone who understands my culture, religion, and language, and having stability long term is worth much more to me than sex with the hottest guy every night for the rest of my life. In fact, I've probably had less gay sex in my life than most gay men have in a month or even a week. That's fine, because it's not something I experience often, so I won't be giving up much. I have met a few married guys before in interesting discussions about being married to a woman, and I would love to talk to any other married men, as I have several questions and what their insight would be. Please tell me. I'd love to hear from you. I loved his post. I loved his post. And what really got me thinking about it, and then I want you to respond too. But I think what I really got out of that is, I think that we talked about it last week about how there's a generation gap. There is a whole generation before us that is not here. We've lost them to AIDS, we've lost them to all sorts of cancers and stuff. I know that when I was growing up, he's 30. When I was growing up, younger, I was lucky enough to meet a gay couple, Jim and Joe, who became really my gay dads and became my gay role models. And really, they were in a relationship. They're still in a relationship today. And so I had that. I had
mentors.
Yes. And I don't think that the younger people can see that. I don't think that they see what a gay relationship can be.
Do you think that the media drives a lot of that?
No, I think that it is men are pigs, and men like to have sex, and that they don't know how to balance the two. Is really what I think that it boils down to. I think that if there was balance and people actually got in relationships and that could show people that the gay people can have meaningful relationships that aren't about going out on Sundays to find a third to bring home, or going out on Tuesdays to find a third, or any of that,
right?
Or aren't in a relationship and still going out independently doing their own thing. Sure. I think that would. I think that would change. And then it also got me thinking, we don't have a support group. We really don't have a gay support group for, I think, relationships. Do you know of any?
You mean like a couples?
Like a couples group.
No.
Even a singles group of someone that wanted to date.
That is about dating specifically? No. Mm-mm.
No. Or supporting or what that would look like. I don't think that people know what dating looks like. Well, and I really know. I mean, well, you know.
Well, and I also think that because of the very diverse menu of men that we have, particularly in San Diego, dating to everybody seems to be very different for people perhaps my age and older and someone 30 and younger.
Right.
Their idea of dating is completely different.
Well, I agree with that. Because I do think that we have that, you know, there's a gap. There's a huge gap.
Sure.
So,
but you were lucky enough to have two mentors who meant a great deal to you and were able to show you. And still do. And do you think we don't have a lot of that anymore? No. It's not super.
No, because you know, I was going back. I started to go back here. I mean, you know, like thinking about when I was younger, when I was in, you know, my 20s and 30s. You know, there were people, you know, like Queen Eddie, who, you know, was well, obviously she was older, and you know, her and Sean had an amazing relationship, and so I got to witness that, and you know, be, you know, a part of their lives, and you know, I mean, there are so many other people, you know, Drew Madison and Drew and I can't think of his name right now.
Drew from where?
Well, they're not around anymore.
Oh.
But you know, they had a great relationship, and you know, were together.
Oh, from UCSD, from ABRC.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't think that people see those anymore. I think when people see relationships now, they see relationships that do go out and have three-ways. They do, you know, it is the common okay to be in open relationships. And I don't think that I think that people that are in monogamous relationships, for one,
are in the minority.
They are the minority, and I think that they don't talk about it. I really don't. And I don't think that, sadly, that they last. Because I think that one or the other, you know, always thinks that relationship is going to be better. You know, the grass is always greener here.
Right.
And I think that's kind of what, you know. So, I mean, that was my response, basically.
That what he's seeing is kind of just a fact of the evolution of what has happened in our community and in our sort of gay culture.
Right.
It is, I mean, it's valid. It's a valid point.
Yeah.
I mean, I see it, having been here for now 13 years, and knowing that I have a group of friends that are couples, that are monogamous and remain monogamous, and I love them for that, because to me that is something I aspire to, and they are still together today. To the other group of friends that I have that are dating one week and single the next, and dating one week and single the next, and then they'll get in a relationship for 6 months and then they're back in the train, or those that are only able to have a long-lasting relationship because it is open.
Right. But do the people that are in a relationship that are monogamous, do they go out?
Yes. The ones that I know, yes, they do.
See, the ones that I know don't.
But they don't
want to be a part of the community.
They are much smaller in number than the other ones.
Yeah.
But
I do think that it's interesting, and you know, and the other trend even that I see on Craigslist is, you know, you do see people that are younger, like in their 20s, that are looking to date. You know what I'm saying? I think that, you know, you can't see it, and I think that really, because this will be about the 4th or 5th show, almost in a row, that we've talked about open relationships, or you know, that whole kind of thing. I think that people are actually really getting tired of them. I think that, you know, which I think is it's interesting to see what will happen, how that will progress, because clearly the community is getting tired of people that are in open relationships.
Well, I think that a lot of people are getting tired of those gay men within our community who profess that we are men and by nature we are supposed to be sowing our seeds and planting our seeds, and we're meant to have sex, and love and sex are two different things, and yada yada yada. So we are not supposed to be monogamous creatures,
yeah.
Which of course I think is hooey. I think it's fucking bullshit. And it's not about conforming to the norms of a fucking straight society. I mean, there are adulterers in the straight community as well.
Right, and and I even addressed that. I said I think that most people that are probably using these glory holes are people that are probably in heterosexual relationships that are still going to get them that they have problems in there. They
right.
they have their own problems.
Right.
So I'm not saying that I'm thinking that heterosexual relationships are not
right.
You know what I'm saying?
I totally understand.
But I've said this before. I'm a believer in monogamy, but I'm also a believer that I'm not gonna have a conversation about it. It should just be an understanding. It is just because I know you disagree and you have the conversation. It's boom. I don't have that. Because to me, if you bring it up to me, that already throws a red flag. I shouldn't have to bring up the conversation that we're dating,
right,
and we're going to be monogamous.
Right.
It should just already be understood.
On that point, I agree with you. Unfortunately, with so many in the gay community,
right,
it is not.
I understand that.
Which is why I feel like I have to have that conversation.
Yeah, see,
or you think I'm going to be open with you, which I won't be.
I don't have that conversation. Because I don't think I need to. We've talked so.
Right.
And if you cheat or whatever, then you need to tell me. Because as Jay has learned in hanging out with me, that I do find out. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yes.
So that's kind of where I stand on it.
Right.
So,
well, I mean, I do think that it is. I think it was really thoughtful of him at 30 years of age to kind of put this down. And I mean, there's parts of it that I think are sad and unfortunate that he felt like he had to do this at 30, because I'm sitting here going, God, I wish I was 30 again.
I think that but more and more people are feeling, more and more younger people are feeling like
I don't disagree with you.
So
I don't.
I say hooray. I mean, and I say hooray for putting it in the for him section of Craigslist, because other people besides me opened this and read this.
Well,
and
I think one of the things that he pointed out is, he kept saying, I don't have a six-pack and I'm not some Hugo Boss model or what have you. Well, that's 98% of the gay community.
That have that? Or that don't have that?
That don't have that.
Right.
2% have that. And so there's also a certain percentage that is always going to try to aspire to be that.
Right.
At the end of the day, you can only be happy being you, and you can try and achieve, and nobody's going to stomp on you for trying to go to the gym and be thinner or fitter or what have you. But until you can be comfortable in your own skin and be happy with who you are, you're not going to be able to be happy with anybody else.
I agree with that.
So, know that.
All right, what topics do you have?
Oh my God, I have so many topics.
All right.
So, I did what you did last week.
Yes.
First, I want to give a shout out to San Diego Flag Football. Last weekend, you were not able to go. I was trying to get some information from Donald on how all the games went, and of course he was too drunk to fill me in on any of it, but I'm wearing my Bangarang shirt, which is for the Our Gang Bangers, because apparently they won all their games, and Baby Cakes and a couple of others. So we do love flag football. Yeah. So
I didn't go.
You should go this weekend so you can fill me in, because Donald won't be able to. He always comes home too drunk. I want to.
We are just throwing Donald out the best today. Back up over him.
let me go to my Facebook. So I did my little status update like you did last week.
Yes.
And everybody chimed in on topics that we should cover.
All right.
And so we'll just hit them like we did last week.
All right, because I like that.
Because they'll be very, very quick.
All right.
Ready, go.
I like quick.
Oh my God, let me pull this up really quickly. I'm trying to pull it up really quickly.
It's all right. Take your time.
Well, it's not me.
We have all night.
It's Wi-Fi.
We have all night
It's
long.
trying. I'm trying. Okay, here we go. 18. Ready?
All right, here we go.
First one is, well, of course, I'd go with marriage equality victories this past week. So there was Delaware this week, which became the 11th state to have marriage equality, and then today was Minnesota. The Minnesota House approved marriage equality. Now it goes to a vote in the Senate. So seems like it's a domino effect, going state by state by state.
We talked about this last week.
Yada yada. The next one was the kidnapping of kids and holding them for more than 10 years. So that would be the Amanda Berry story.
Oh, yes, that was so sad.
Yeah, right? And her poor mother had died thinking that she was dead because they went on Montel with that one medium woman. What's her name? And she's all like, she's dead, honey.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and her mom died, and she's not, in fact, she's alive, and she has a 6-year-old child from her abductor, who is Cray, and his 3 brothers. Boy.
And then the other 2 brothers haven't even been convicted yet, just the one brother.
Correct, just the one brother. And the guy who is the hero at the end of the day.
Love him.
Right? And best fucking interview he ever. He said, I knew when a little white girl came running to a black man that something was wrong.
Yeah. And McDonald's also loves him. McDonald's is...
I'll eat my McDonald's?
Yeah, because McDonald's tweeted him, they're like, we're looking you up.
Right?
So you know they're going to be hooking him up.
Yeah.
You know, he was good.
Boy is famous now. And I think the great thing about it is that everybody asked him, you know, they did have a reward for 2-3 years.
Right.
If you have information about Amanda Berry, yada yada yada, it's whatever it was. And they asked him if he wanted the reward because he found them. And he said, no, give that money to them. I got a job, I got a paycheck. And he pulled his paycheck out of his back pocket and said, I got a check. Give that to them. They're going to need it. So I think that's pretty fantastic.
You know, the only part that I found a little disturbing, which, you know, like I always find the small things and yada yada yada. Mm-hmm. But the dispatcher on the 911 call.
Oh, how uncaring?
Yes, and she just made me, like every time they played it, I just, like that, you know, it's just, you know, like, what do you need? I'm Amanda Berry and I've been kidnapped, so do you need the police? and we'll send them, you know, we'll send a car out to you as soon as we can, you know. What? You can't punch in Amanda Berry, who's been missing for 10 years? Who was 14 when she was getting
come up with some big red flags, right?
I'm like, what? And then she's like, no, before he gets back. Like, to listen to the entire phone call, that lady, I'm like... And you know I love my police.
Yes.
And I love my scanner.
We
you know
do.
What I'm saying? So
we do.
I'm not, you know, dogging, but I'm like,
perhaps it was the end of her shift and she was just feeling a little tired. Whatever you need.
I'm Amanda Berry. I was kidnapped.
You know, for a day, you should work as a 911 dispatcher. That would probably be the best job ever.
Oh my God, it would be so good.
We should record it for he said, she said.
I would be so good.
Oh my
I don't even know if I want to do that. I think I should just be the one that answers the phone. That's, you know,
hold please.
Yeah, hold please. That's like the same, you know, like my job that I would really love to do, but I don't like the hours, and I don't think I would last very long, really. I want to work at the Walmarts as in the return department. I totally would do that. Can you imagine the material I could come up with? Oh my God.
Well,
I could do that job like 1 or 2 days a week. I would be happy.
Maybe you should apply part-time.
I think I might. If I could just do it 1 or 2 times a week.
Oh Lord, we would take the camera there just for that.
You know, I'd get fired.
Oh my God! I don't even think that you'd last 3 hours.
Yes.
The whole time she'd be like.
Yeah, every time I have been known to go and just sit and listen to people as they're returning stuff. I friggin' swear I love that store. Love that store.
Right. Well, the people of Walmart is still one of my favorite websites.
But I want to work at Walmart in the returns department.
Okay, the next one was Abercrombie.
They don't make clothes for fat people.
For fat people. Is this any big surprise to anybody?
No. The only thing that I think is bad about that is the way it was the CEO's response.
Right.
Now, I think that was a little insensitive.
Yeah.
Do I care that they only make clothes that are, extra small to large? No. I don't even think that their clothes, in all honesty, are even tagged correctly, because I think that they're feeding into vanity. So I don't think that a large is really a large.
Right.
To begin with, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and I think that most people that go to Abercrombie, and if they fit into a large, they're pretty big. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they really are going to be pretty big. I just think that when the guy said that he only wants to sell to cool and good-looking people, that was a little harsh. I think that he could have said something different. It is their prerogative to make whatever clothes for whatever they want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
He's like, his whole philosophy is that, hey, listen, we're a niche store.
Right.
Just like Lane Bryant is a niche store.
They don't make small.
You don't go shopping at Lane Bryant because you want a size zero and want to fit into something pretty. Why would you be a double size zero and come to Abercrombie and do that? I agree exactly with what you said. He could have said it a little differently.
Right.
But let's face it, if you are over the age of 21 wearing Abercrombie, you should probably have your head checked.
I have a couple of Abercrombie outfits, and I'm well over 20.
Over 20.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they do make some. I do like their shorts, their cargo shorts. I love their cargo shorts.
I haven't shopped in Abercrombie and I don't even know how long. It's like trying to shop at Hollister when you're over 25.
Or Okay. They do make some good stuff. I mean, they do make some good. There are some stuff that I like. I'm cool. I'm not cooler.
We had 4 people ask about Abercrombie. The next one is. That was dumb.
What was that one that poops?
Get drunk, and then talk about the first thing that pops into everyone's head.
I thought he said poops.
Yeah, we kind of do that every week. So, male athletes coming out versus female athletes coming out. Press coverage, attention, reactions, and he said, i.e., Brittany Griner versus Jason Collins. Basically what he's saying is there have been female major team sport athletes that have come out, like in the WNBA, versus the male athletes. Do you think more attention is paid to the male athletes coming out versus the female athletes?
Yes, and I don't think that it really is a male-female thing. I mean, I think that you look at Martina
Navratilova,
who came out. That was huge when she came out. I think that whatever sport it is, and I said this last week, whatever sport it is, once it reaches pro, it becomes money. And when the money starts affecting it, then it will be big.
Right.
So I don't think that it is any different I think that if it was a girl, I think an example. I think that if Danica came out in NASCAR, she's not gay. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just giving her as an example. If she was come out of being gay,
huge.
That would be huge.
Right.
It would be just as huge as if Jimmy Johnson at NASCAR came out and was gay.
Right.
Because it is an entertainment money-making sport.
Right.
So that is just. I mean, I think that they're equally huge for the market that they're in.
Right. For that particular market. Yes.
Yeah.
So I mean, we can be real and say WNBA, while it is brave of her to come out, or the ladies that have come out in professional soccer.
Right. It is not
NBA.
Right.
This is what we're looking at right here.
Yeah.
Money. You're absolutely right. Manicures for men. Love them, hate them.
I think that they're essential.
Okay. Okay. If you want one, fine. If you don't, fine.
Don't you think?
I guess.
Do you not get them? You're a nail biter.
I do bite under stress, but
Yeah. And Jim's a big nail biter.
I don't bite to the quick or anything like that, but
Jay does.
I will have my nails nice and not bite them and grow them out to get a manicure just to, get stressed and bite them again. So I'm like, they're fine, whatever. If you want
So
them,
you're a nail biter?
Yeah. Whatever.
I love them. I think they're good. I get them, and I get a pedicure too.
San Diego LGBT Community Center and the Harvey Milk Diversity Breakfast, which is coming up at the end of the month. Yes, absolutely. We're going. You should buy your tickets. You can do that online.
Breakfast. I usually don't get up that early.
Well,
I'm not gonna lie.
Motherfucking early at the Hilton San Diego Bayfront. www.thecentersd.org. You can get your tickets there for the Harvey Milk Breakfast. It is May 24th.
It's on my calendar because I'm not going.
It's on a Friday. Which way to roll the TP? From bottom or pull from top?
Oh, pull from top.
Oh, and see, I'm a pull from bottom person. That's only because I've had pets and kids. So, Jody Arias hysteria.
Can we go back? So you like to pull from the bottom and not flip it over? Because you have kids?
Because of kids and pets. Pets, when they get on the roller, roll out. If it's flipped the other way, nothing rolls out. Jody Arias hysteria.
I'm loving it.
Suicide watch.
She is fucking crazy.
Found guilty.
And I think that she is playing people now.
Oh yeah.
Her interview, I'd rather in my own life. She's totally doing the psychology. I'd rather, than spend all my life in one place.
Well, everything that she has done, even as she has been on trial, has been very, very calculated.
Right.
From the changing of her plea to the changing of her story to how she blamed the previous prosecution for manipulation, and everything has been just a fucking show for her. It's like she's been on a show, like Nancy Grace.
And I think that she's saying that she'd rather die, so that people are going to be like, oh no, then we're going to keep you alive,
right?
Live out your life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. And then she's like, they're going to, then that could be really what she wants.
Here's your pills, honey.
Yeah, she gets to stay in a little jail. She's, the state pays for her medical, all of her food and her board. She's popular in prison because, she's won all of those singing contests and everything else. So yeah. I think that she really wants to stay alive.
Yeah. There was one more. Of course she does. Because this whole thing has been like a huge sort of media circus feeding her several minutes of fame and infamy or whatever. Okay. Can
I just say that I love the little flack that CNN is getting, because I guess they did a split screen yesterday with Nancy Grace
and the other lady that they called in to be the
so they did a split screen
via satellite.
Yeah, that's the best part. They did it via satellite. They were in the same
fucking parking lot. And what was funny is the split screen was opposite.
Yeah, so you could.
Oh, that shit was funny as hell.
Somebody at CNN is getting in trouble today.
Mark said he wanted our opinion on Mark Sanford, the South Carolina ex-governor who is now the congressman. He was the one that was in the big scandal. He cheated on his wife with Argentinian yada yada.
What about him?
He's now a congressman. He won the special election in Congress.
Okay.
Republican, whatever. Do you really need to?
I think I'm kind of glad that he won. And I'm glad that he won because he had an affair. He cheated. That's what he did. It didn't affect really his work. I'm really tired. It's kind of like when Bill Clinton had the little thing.
Right, although
Lewinsky.
They were saying that the difference between Bill and this guy is that Bill got sucked off and it didn't cost taxpayers dollars. And that this guy was claiming all of his trips down to see his girlfriend on his tax returns and getting the tax breaks and all that sort
and
of stuff.
And if people don't think for 1 minute that one way or another we are not paying for all of these politician
right.
little endeavors, you're wrong.
You're wrong.
You're wrong. But that doesn't affect their work. If you were a school teacher and you had an affair, you would not be fired because you had an affair. As long as someone's doing their job, then they're doing their job. Mm-hmm. It has nothing to do. So I say that, good for the people that voted for him to realize that, I think that he was a good politician. I think that he had a horrible marriage, which both, his ex-wife said and he said, and they stayed in it for political reasons until she was humiliated, and then she's like, oh no, now I'm not at, blah, blah, blah. It's just like, I've said this before over the years, I believe that Bill and Hillary, they have an understanding. It's their relationship is built on what they want it to be, and they are going to stay together. Just like the Bushes, Laura and George Bush.
Right.
They have. It's everyone else's relationship, and what they do in their relationship isn't an effect. It's like this Wiener guy.
No, Andrew Weiner. Yeah, trying to get back in politics.
Texted his
weenie
to girls on Twitter. Who cares? He's not. I just don't understand why people are they get so wigged out. I mean, Americans get so wigged out over anything sexual that it's such a taboo and it's so wrong and they make it so awful that I think that it does. I mean, I think it trickles down to people's body images. I mean, why is porn and alcohol the two largest money makers?
Exactly.
I mean, those are the.
Even in a recession.
Yes!
The two industries that will always make money, liquor and sex.
Look at that strip thing down in Chula Vista. They're trying to close it down.
Mm-hmm.
He's employing 70 people at his club.
Right.
70 people. Now, and I think that the guy could be a little, but the bottom line is he's employing 70 people. He's providing a service. He's making a shitload of money because people like to look at naked bodies.
Exactly.
And there's nothing wrong with that. If you like to go look at naked bodies, or if you want to see a naked body and you want to pay for it, call me.
And unfortunately, when people are stressed or depressed or having problems with the job or whatever, and they got their final paycheck, what is one of the things that they do versus paying their bills? It's go and drink.
Yep.
Or go and give it to some stripper that's going to shake some tail on their lap. Of course.
It's kind of like this whole twerking video. It's the same thing. And because it was in sexual nature, everyone's, yeah.
Right.
I mean, that is what most people saying. You know what I'm saying? That isn't why I disagree with it. I disagree with some of the rules. And they're appealing that, by the way.
Yeah.
They're going to lose.
There was one other thing that
go ahead.
I wanted to bring up, but we should probably take a break because we're coming up on 60. And, we do have a very limited amount of time. And then we'll give a couple of shout outs and then we'll be back. But we'll be right back very soon. Very right back. we're back. You're on your calendar, getting all your rodeo stuff ready.
Something else ready. Go ahead.
Getting something else ready. This week, actually
You're
yesterday.
Starting to sound like Jay now.
I'm sorry.
I'm not paying attention.
Well,
I know what's going on.
See, that's because you're quick. You might not be able to see things, but fuck, you can hear. This week we did lose another member of our community to suicide, Tony Serafini, who was a hairdresser over at Hairspray. And Tony was the very first person that ever cut my hair in San Diego 13 years ago. Very, very sweet man, very hot man, was what I always called ageless Tony. He's kind of like our community's Dick Clark. And he did have a lot of friends in the community, and a lot of them are now feeling very guilty about what had happened to him. It was a combination of liquor and pills, and from what we understand, it was something that he had tried to do before. And I had been talking to a couple of friends, and one of our mutual friends, Marcelo, had sent an email to me and thought it was something that maybe we should talk about a little bit. When someone like that has reached out or has wanted help but then refused help when they're feeling down or desperate or in pain, his email to me was, when is someone supposed to take someone's threat seriously with regard to hurting oneself versus trying to convince them to get help? Why is it that everyone thinks that there must be a closer friend helping someone through a rough time when in fact there isn't usually? Hindsight is always 20/20, but I think everyone starts to blame themselves for not doing more.
I'm going to go back to the letter that I wrote earlier. And I'm just going to find this one line that he said so good here. And then I may or may not add anything else to it. But I've got to find the line first. I should have looked. If I would have been more prepared, I would have had this. It is difficult when even our gay friends at my age, are all ready to dump a friendship for a chance at a night with a man. I think that happens a lot. You know, the community is very good at it. We love to go out and party. We love to hang out with people when they can get us something.
But then when it comes to the seriousness of wanting to ask friends,
I don't think that anyone knows how to do it.
They don't. So, is that a compassion thing? You think we lack compassion or lack understanding of, or we just simply don't care?
I don't know if it's that we don't care, because I think we do care. I mean, I think that people are feeling the loss and they're feeling that. I mean, you can go back to, there's so many scenarios, and I don't think that it's even about suicide. I think that it's people that that we've lost to overdose. Mm-hmm. I think it's the same thing. I think that we have grown accustomed to brushing things under the carpet, especially when it comes to a lot of issues in the community. Mm-hmm. So when something does come to that, our first and natural instinct is,
out of sight, out of mind.
We'll deal with that later.
Right.
Well, and then we lose someone, and then we have to deal with it. Mm-hmm. And by whatever means that is, be it the suicide, be it an overdose, be it whatever it is, then we deal with it. Mm-hmm. After, there is nothing that we can do about it.
Right.
So I think that hopefully that this is going to be an eye-opener to people, and to realize that we can't brush things under the carpet anymore. Mm-hmm. And that it happens even with gay teens and all of that. Too many people would rather go and have fun than deal with life.
Right.
So
I agree with you on that note. It is, you choose to put as much effort or emphasis into it as you want to, and if you are going to be a true friend, then you be a true friend through and through, and fight. If you are worried that that's going to cut into your nights going out to, dollar drink night at wherever, or meeting up with other friends because you don't want to be bothered with someone's drama, well, unfortunately, then you have made the choice to not.
Right. And the other part of it too, which is sad, because my first lover killed himself. So I know about suicide. And I was the last person that he talked to. And, when he called me, he wanted me to go there now. I want you to come here now. And I didn't.
Right.
I was like, I'm doing something. I'll come later. And then he was dead. So I get all of that, and I get where I was at that point.
And in hindsight, the signs that you should have picked up on, or were there signs that?
Oh yeah.
Right.
I didn't. I don't want to say that I didn't see them. I didn't want to see them.
Right.
And I think that happens a lot. That people don't want to see things. And I think that if you do see things, then you can do stuff. With suicide, especially suicide, if they want to do it, they're going to do it.
Yeah.
There's no really someone that really wants to kill themselves. They will kill themselves. You can put it off, but they will ultimately succeed. It's like that girl, that cheerleader this weekend that killed herself here in San Diego.
Oh yes, I saw that on Channel 10.
She went right to a bridge where she knew where she was going to go, and she jumped. And now all of her friends are saying, "Oh, we didn't see the signs," and blah blah. People that are suicidal, oftentimes
there are no signs.
There are no signs. And
I think that's what a lot of people are saying in this respect, is that Tony was everything, seemingly happy, good looking, had a lot of friends, all those sorts of things. But then there are the few others that are saying, well, there was this thing that happened, or this thing that happened, this thing that happened. You can question all you want to.
Right.
The bottom line is that it's very sad loss. It happened. He did it because he knew that that's what he wanted to do.
But I do hope that people do
learn from it.
And it goes back to, again, what this guy was saying, in the letter. I think that, we put such a stigma on groups. We really do. People that are in recovery and going to NA, or going to AA, or going to Al-Anon, or Sex Anonymous, or going to domestic violence, or
who are HIV positive.
Exactly. We put, people are ashamed to go to those groups, and they're ashamed then to tell any of their friends that they want to go to the group.
Right.
And I think that we need to change that.
Yes.
That needs to be changed.
Yes.
It should be okay that people want to go to a group for whatever it is.
Right. Why would you want to be ashamed that someone, or you have a friend that is trying to seek help?
Right. Yeah.
There should be no shame in that.
There should be none. I concur.
I raise my glass to Tony. We will definitely miss you. I will miss seeing you. And
I hope that all of his friends don't really blame themselves.
Yes, I don't want them to blame themselves either. And we definitely have to wrap it up because he's holding the sign up. I want to give a shout out to, this week it's Police Week. Yes. Police Week, and we have a viewer, Dave Chambers, who is going to be going to Police Week with producer Jay in DC this weekend, and they have all these different events that they go to, and he's going as part of Protect and Defend, and Dave Chambers loves this show. And when we do not have a show, when there is a week that there is no fucking show, bitch gets a text. What the fuck? Where's the fucking show?
Well, Dave, you need to calm down. Bitch needs to take some time off, okay?
You can send all your hate emails to producer J at hsss.tv.
Sometimes they get all hot, or I'm in a really bad mood. I just don't feel like putting on my eyelashes.
Right. But they are all going to, what is it? Tell me again. It's started by President Kennedy.
It's a sex party.
Started by President Kennedy to honor officers that have been killed in the line of duty throughout the United States, aka a sex party. And the LGBT contingent that goes is Protect and Defend, which Jay is a board member of.
That's the
so he'll be having a shit ton of sex this weekend, and they'll be doing dollars for donuts.
Just remember, whatever you do.
Donuts for dollars and cupcakes for $1.
Oh yeah.
Just remember, whatever you do, I'll find out about it.
Yes. So.
Because I have people in Washington, D.C. too.
Okay. And they ain't just interns.
Okay. I do want to do one little. I got tickets because I'm going to this because I love my animals. But there's going to be a big benefit. Belinda Carlisle is going to be at Martini's.
Oh, shut up.
4th. And so she's doing it as a fundraiser for Animal Aid Unlimited.
Okay.
And so it's going to be a great night. She's doing a little concert, which is that space is so small. So it's like she's singing
very
to
intimate.
You. And she just released 2 new songs, which are like phenomenal.
Wow, at Martini's even. That's fantastic.
Yeah, so she's going to be doing that.
When is it?
June 4th.
June 4th.
At 5:30.
Okay.
And there's another guy that's going to be there too, and I can't remember his name. He was a hot tay.
Hot tie.
I'm going to tell you his
Was or is?
Spencer Day.
Spencer Day.
Yeah. So, get your tickets.
June 4th.
I will be there.
Martini's. I love me some Belinda. She's fabulous. And she has a gay son, right?
I believe she might.
Yes.
Yeah.
She'd be loving the gays.
Yeah. And I'd be loving her.
All right.
So I'm going.
This weekend there's football. Those that want to go can go. Go, our gangbangers.
I will be out there.
Donald was very upset that I didn't wear the Tan Line Hooligans shirt because he got me one too. So, oh, ding, 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 ding. On that note,
that is my thing. It's actually about Martini. You can get tickets at martinisaboutfort.com.
martinisaboutfort.com for Belinda Carlisle. All right, everybody, thank you for joining us. If you have any comments or suggestions for us on the show, you can leave a comment below or email Erin at hsss.tv.
Don't email me.
Don't email her because she will totally ignore the shit.
I forward.
Forward. All right, everybody, we'll see you next week.
Unless you're hot. If you're cute, send a photo.
Bye.